How's it going, everybody? Kelsey here, and I'm super excited because today I get to open magic cards, which we know I do already, but what's really exciting about this one is that Wizards has chosen me to be one of their ambassadors for Secret of STRIXHAVEN. I got a package from Wizards, and I'm not going to open it all. I'm going to open just the booster box, but wanted to first say thank you to Wizards. Super excited to do this and to do more magic content on my channel, because I know I kind of said that in like my last video, and then I did the dispatch playthrough, but haven't done anything really magic related on the YouTube. So super excited to get this video out. And if you are new here, hi, I'm Kelsey. I do Magic the Gathering content, anime content, Marvel content, League of Legends content, video game content, kind of anything nerdy, gamey, all of it. That's what I do. So yeah. Super excited to be here, super excited to talk about Secrets of STRIXHAVEN, and make sure to like and subscribe. So this actually isn't the first set of STRIXHAVEN. If you're new to the Magic scene, back in 2021, STRIXHAVEN Secret of Mages came out and was a super popular set. It's also one of the in-universes set. We've had a lot of Universes Beyond recently, and so it's nice, kind of refreshing to get more in-universe sets. So I'm super excited about this, and it's very like magical school-esque. To give you a little bit of a idea, STRIXHAVEN University is divided into 5 colleges, which I all have the pre-cons for, so very excited to open those up and rip those out. But it's been founded over 700 years ago by 5 spellcasting dragons. And it is, oh god, okay. STRIXHAVEN strives to be on the cutting edge of magical research. The forms of each school's magic have been known to shift and adapt as new spells and techniques are discovered and refined. Changes can also be seen outside the spheres of magic, from new student uniforms to extracurricular activities. So I definitely love playing into the idea of like different schools of magic, and you know, that kind of reflects the different play styles in Magic the Gathering. It was really funny because when I first looked at these and I was like, really, what does fit me? I would say Lorehold probably fits me thematically wise, where I was like, yeah, I'm, you know, super excited about like history and architecture and all of that. So I'm super intrigued about the whole idea of different schools of magic and then fitting into one. And you know, it does reflect your play style a little bit depending on which school that you select. So I am a paleontology major in real life, and didn't do anything with my major, but still find it very interesting. And so from all of them, that actually Lorehold really like called to me. But then when I did a quiz given to me by Wizards, I actually got Witherbloom, which is really interesting, but it also reflects my style of play in Magic the Gathering, so should have expected that. But I'm gonna do a little bit of a opening of some of the stuff that I did get, or just show you guys kind of what they are. So first thing is obviously this pre-release kit. So I will be opening this at a later date, so I'm gonna save this for now to kind of see what it is. But you know, usually it comes with the dice. It comes, I think, with 9 play boosters, and then also some little tokens and all of that. So very cute. Love it. Got a promo card in there. Gonna wait for later. The next thing I'm gonna look at is the 5 pre-cons that are gonna be available in this set. The first one being the Lorehold pre-con, Lorehold Spirits. So it says you're gonna leave the graveyard and buff spirits. So very red and white, makes sense. I actually have looked at this a little bit. My friend did get this pre-con for another content piece that she's doing, and I was helping her sleeve it, and oh my god, this looks so fun. Next one we have is the Silver Quill deck. So this is Silver Quill Influence. It is a Orzhov deck, and I also don't have an Orzhov deck, but this one looks super cool. Aura control makes foes fight each other, and all of these pre-cons actually look really sick, so I'm just really excited to play the different kinds, maybe switch up some of my play styles. I'm a Grixis through and through, so for me, maybe finding something that's a little bit nicer might be my calling card. Next one we have is an Izzet deck. It is the Prismari Artistry. So it says cast splashy spell, and create elemental attackers. So I do currently have a Vivi deck, and it's kind of gross. So I'm really interested to see if this is also kind of gross. I mean, it says cast splashy spells, and it's also just, it's an Izzet deck, so I mean, like, every Izzet deck seems like it's kind of gross. So I'm super excited for this. I'm super excited for the art on this too, which you know, you can see on the back with Ruther right here. So it's yeah, it looks really cool to me. Next one we have the Witherbloom deck. So this is the Golgari deck, and this is the one that I was matched with, so excited to kind of dive into this. You know, I do have pieces of this in my Mothman deck, so you know, I know a little bit. I know a little bit. I'm probably gonna play this one first just because why not? Honestly, the art in most of this just looks like so incredible. That's why I'm so excited to open these play boosters right now. And the last deck being Quandrix Unlimited. So this is a Simic deck. I have seen Zimone played multiple times from the original card from the 2021 set, and yeah, she can get down and dirty. So excited to see what this one has in store for us. It has +1/+1 counters and expanding X spells. So you know, there's a really cool card that is in here that has to do with math. So I hope I opened it today because it's just so funny. But the Quandrix is more like, you know, that school is more mathematicians and a bunch of like data and all that. So if you like numbers, this one's for you. I do have a collector's booster pack that is coming. It's in the mail, so it's coming. And so I will be opening this one as well. But you know, let's kind of dive into these play boosters. So we have the play booster box here. Look at this art, it's so pretty. Well, yeah, let's get to cracking. Oh my God, wait, this is so pretty. Look. Oh my gosh, do they have all the different, oh my God, wait, they have all the different schools. Or is it only 3? It might be only 3. Okay. So I haven't actually seen too many spoilers for this set besides the math card and a couple other cards, especially, or I mean, including the commanders for the precons. So I'm kind of going into this blind, but super excited to kind of like dive into it and see what really cool cards and what reskins are out there. We have Interjection. Let's see. Deluge Virtuoso. Creatures enters tap target creature and opponent controls with stun counter. Okay. It's a stun counter creature. Love that. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, this creature gets a +1/+1 until end of turn. If 5 or more mana was spent to cast the spell, this creature gets a +2/+2 until end of turn. Okay. Tackle Artist, an Orc Sorcerer. I'm so much trauma from orcs, I can't do this. Let's see. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. 5 or more mana. Okay, I like this. So this, you know, this is looking a little scary for my Vivi deck. These might have to be some additions I make. Oracle's Restoration. Target creature you control gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Okay, a lot of counters. Masterful Flourish. Target creature you control gets +1/+0 and gains indestructible end of turn. Very nice. Biblioplex Tomekeeper. It's an artifact creature construct. When this creature enters, choose up to 1. Target creature becomes prepared. Only creatures with prepare spells can become prepared. Target creature becomes unprepared. Interesting. I don't know much about the mechanics, so I'm excited to see about it. Borrow Knowledge. Okay. Choose 1, discard your hand, then draw cards equal to the number of cards in your target opponent's hand. Discard your hand, then draw cards equal to the number of cards discarded this way. Okay. Now we have Micah, Reader of Ruins. Wait, he's kind of a baddie. Okay, ward, pay 3 life. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, you may sacrifice an artifact. If you do, copy that spell, and you may choose new targets for the copy. Interesting, okay. Scathing Shadelock. Snake Warlock. Ooh. Beginning of your first main phase, if this creature becomes prepared, while it's prepared, you may cast a copy of a spell. Doing so unprepares it. Okay. It also has a sorcery trigger. If you choose to cast it for that, Venomous Words. Target creature you control gets +2/+0 and gains Death Touch until end of turn. Okay, interesting. We have a land here, Petrified Hamlet. When this land enters, choose a land card name. Activated ability of sorceries. Oh. Activated abilities of sources with the chosen name cannot be activated unless they're mana abilities. Interesting. Lands with the chosen name have tap, add colorless mana. When land enters, choose a land card name. Activated abilities of sources with the chosen name can't be activated unless they're mana abilities. Okay, so for Bajuka Bog, that's pretty hard for you guys, but as someone who also loves Bajuka Bog, this ain't good for me. Conciliator's Duelist. What a pretty card. Wow. Core Warlock. When this creature enters, draw a card. Each player loses 1 life. Repartee. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell that targets a creature, exile up to 1 target creature. Return that card to the battlefield under the owner's control at the beginning of the next step. Interesting. So it's like it's a blink, but not for you, for someone else. But this would actually be, whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell that targets a creature. That's pretty good because it's not directed at the creature. Okay. Ooh, okay, we have Spell Pierce, counter target non-creature spell unless it plays 2. You've seen that. We got Flow State. Look at the top 3 cards of your library, put one of them to the hand and the rest to the bottom of your library. Okay. Got card draw. And a little island. Very nice. Okay, we got Ulna Valley Shopkeep. Has Menace. Infusion. This creature gets +2/+0 as long as you gain life this turn. Shattered Acolyte. Lifelink. Sack creature. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. Quick Study. Draw 2 cards. That's a reskin. Gobbling Glasswright. This creature answer. I'm so interested what this prepare thing is. Sorcery. Create a treasure token. Okay, very nice. We're 1. That's not too bad. Shopkeeper's Bane. It's got trample. Whenever this creature attacks, you gain 2 life. Wow. And it's got trample. Not bad. Render Speechless. Target opponent reveals their hand. You may choose a non-land card from it. That player discards a card. Wait a minute. I have a deck that this can go into that actually sounds like it would be pretty fun. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on up to 1 target creature. Wait a minute. This would be really good in one of the decks I have. I'm gonna put this to the side. Vibrant Outburst is a 2-drop. Vibrant Outburst deals 3 damage to any target. Tap up to 1 target creature. Damn, okay. Teacher's Pest has Menace. Whenever this creature attacks, you gain 1 life. For a green and a black, return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield tap. Ink Shape Demonstrator. Has Ward 2. Repartee, and has Repartee as well. Okay. Withering Curse. All creatures get -2/-2 until end of turn. And Infusion, if you gain life this turn, destroy all creatures instead. For a 3-drop, a board wipe? Holy f***, man. That's actually pretty damn good. Echo Casting Symposium. It's a 6-drop. Target player creates a token that's a copy of target creature you control. Oh my god, I can't say this. Paradigm? Then exile the spell. After you resolve a spell with its name, you may cast a copy from exile without paying its mana cost at the beginning of each first main step. At the beginning of your first main phases. Okay, interesting. Stargaze. Oh my god, what pretty art. I love this. Look at twice X cards from the top of your library. Put X cards from among them into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. You lose X life. Oh, this is so pretty. Seize the spoil. There's additional cost to cast a spell. Discard a card. Draw 2 cards and create a treasure token. Okay. And in a forest. Very nice. Damn. Okay. Okay, we got Sneering Shade Rider. Flying, when this creature enters, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Okay. Eager Glyph Mage. It's a cleric. When this creature enters, create a 1/1 white and black inkling creature token with flying. Run behind. It's an instant. The spell costs 1 less to cast if it targets an attacking creature. Target creature's owner puts it on the top or bottom of their library. Tone Blast deals 2 damage and target. Okay. Painful Biomancer. When this creature enters, you gain 1 life. This creature gets 2/2. Okay, not bad. Couple with death, you destroy target artifact creature, you gain 1 life. A lot of life gain in this deck, which is also kind of crazy because it doesn't have white. But you know what? Hell yeah. The Thunder Drum Soloist has reach. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, this creature deals 1 damage to each opponent. If 5 or more mana was spent to cast a spell, this creature deals 3 damage to each opponent instead. Damn. This is kind of a goated card. It has reach? What the fuck? Okay. Daydream, exile a target creature you control, then return it to the battlefield under the owner's control. It's a blink! With a +1/+1 counter on it, not bad. Old Growth Educator. Vigilance of Reach. Whenever this creature enters, put 2 +1/+1 counters on it, and if you've gained life this turn. We got Petrified Hamlet again. Witherbloom, the Balancer. Legendary creature, Elder Dragon. Affinity for creatures. A spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature that you control. It is a 8-drop. It has Flying, Death Touch, instant, and sorcery spells you cast have affinity for creatures. What the fuck? Holy fuck. Wait, that's like kind of insane, no? I think this is crazy. I won't lie. God damn. Pick your poison. It's sorcery. Oh, so pretty. Each opponent sacrifices an artifact of their choice, or an enchantment, or a creature with flying. Primary research. This enchantment enters, return target non-land permanent card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield at the beginning of your end step. If a card left your graveyard this way, draw a card. Very nice. Pretty mountain. And we got a little token here. Okay, we have Chase Inspiration. Target creature you control gets +0/+3 and gains hexproof until end of turn. Robo Rouser. When this creature enters, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Tap to exile a card from your graveyard, add 1 red mana. When you do, this creature deals 1 damage to each opponent. Ooh, okay. Well, the hypothesis. Oh my god, we have a math card. Oh wait, no, it's not really, but kind of. Create a 0/0 green and blue fractal creature token. Put X +1/+1 counters on it. Oh, okay, okay. Last gasp. Target creature gets -3/-3 till end of turn. Ascendant Dust Speaker. Flying when this creature enters, put a +1/+1 counter on another target creature you control. At the beginning of combat, on your turn, exile up to 1 target card from your graveyard. Rand Chorus, Archaic, Trample and Reach, Converge. This creature enters with a +1/+1 counter on it for each color of mana spent to cast it. Interesting. Spirit Mascot. It's a Spirit Axe. Look at him. So cute. Whenever 1 or more cards leave your graveyard, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Okay. Tester of the Tangential Increment. Whenever you cast a spell, if the amount of mana you spent is greater than this creature's power or toughness, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. At the beginning of the combat your turn, you may pay X. When you do, move X +1/+1 counters from this creature onto another target creature. Eternal Student. Exile this card from your graveyard. Create 2 1/1 white and black inkling creature tokens with flying. Artistic Process. Choose 1. Artistic Process does 6 damage to target creature. Artistic Process deals 2 damage to each creature you don't control. Or create a 3/3 blue and red elemental creature token with flying. It gains haste until end of turn. Ooh, we got a full art. Lorehold is the Historian. It's flying and haste for each instant and sorcery card in your hand. It has flying and haste. Each instant and sorcery card in your hand has Miracle 2. At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Okay, okay, okay. Very pretty. You have Stargaze again. Dig Site Inventory. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. It gains Vigilance until end of turn. It has a flashback. And we got Forest again. I really am fucking with the Izzids. What's going on here? Okay, we got Hardened Academic. Has flying and haste. Discard a card. This creature gains lifelink until end of turn. Whenever 1 or more cards leave your graveyard, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. It's an owl. It's an owl person. Very cool. Ooh, look at this crop rotation. Damn. Okay. Is an additional cost to cast a spell? Sacrifice a land. Search your library for a land card, put the card into the battlefield, and then shuffle. Very nice. Ooh, and then we got Full Art Swamp. Look at that. Ooh, so pretty. Overall, I'm really liking some of these cards. I think it really shakes up the standard color wheel in Magic and just like the play styles. And so I am very intrigued to build a deck from this. I really enjoy building decks. I just finished my Bane deck from the Baldur's Gate drop. Bane is historically not really a good commander at all, but I tried to make him good, which I guess we'll see if he is. Oh my god, what is this shiny card in the back? Okay. Cauldron of Essence. Whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Sacrifice a creature, return target creature card from the graveyard to the battlefield, activate only as a sorcery. Okay, well, let's see what's the shiny card. Ooh, Improvisation Capstone. It's a 7-drop. It's a lesson card. Exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a card with total mana 4 or greater. You may cast any number of spells from among them without paying their mana cost? NANI? What the fuck? What the hell? Oh my god. That's pretty fucking nuts. What the Not bad. Pretty good. Holy fuck, that's a crazy card. Mana Sculpts. 3-drop. Counter target spell. If you control a wizard, add the amount of mana equal to the amount of mana spent to cast that spell at the beginning of your next main phase. I have a bad feeling that my Vivi deck is going to get incredibly upgraded from this set, and it's going to be so much more of a problem than it already is. But it's okay. Geometer's Arthropod. It's a fractal crab. Very cute. Looks like a God, what are they called? Why am I blanking? They look like those prehistoric crabs that I can't think of. I want to say a trilobite, but that's not correct. Whenever you cast a spell with X in its mana cost, look at the top X cards in your library. Put one of them into your hand and the rest into the bottom of your library in random order. Okay. Not bad. Big score. As an additional cost to cast the spell, discard a card. Draw 2 cards and create 2 treasure tokens. Not bad. It is a 4-drop though. We have Vastland's Scavenger. It's 3-drop, has Death Touch, and the instant is mill 7 cards. Then put a creature card from among them into the battlefield. Huh. Interesting. Magma Blood Archaic. Has Trample and Reach. It has Converge. This creature enters with a +1/+1 counter on it for each color of mana spent to cast it. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, creatures you control get +1/+0 until end of turn for each color of mana spent to cast that spell. Zombify. Whoa. Great Hall of the Biblioplex. It's a land that taps for a colorless, or it taps to pay 1 life, add 1 mana of any color. Spend this only to cast instant or sorcery spells, or you pay 5. If this land isn't a creature, it becomes a 2/4 wizard creature with whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell. This creature gets +1/+0 until end of turn. It's still a land. Interesting. A Shattered Sanctum. Ooh, lovely. Look at this. This is so pretty. You have Angel's Grace. It's an instant split second. As long as the spell is on the stack, players can't cast spells or activate abilities that aren't mana abilities. Gosh, damn. You can't lose the game this turn, and your opponents can't win the game this turn until end of turn. Damage that would reduce your life total to less than 1 reduces it to 1 instead. Oh my god. As a 1-drop? Damn. That's very cool art too. I love this. You have Wild Growth Archaic. Has Trample and Reach, has Converge. This creature enters with a +1/+1 counter on it for each color mana spent to cast it. Whenever you cast a creature spell, that creature enters with X additional +1/+1 counters on it, where X is the number of colors of mana spent to cast it. Very nice. Jadzi, Steward of the Fate. Enters prepared. When Jadzi enters, draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards. The sorcery is Oracle's Gift. It's XX blue mana. Create X00 green and blue fractal creature tokens, then put X +1/+1 counters on each fractal you control. Cool. We have Stirring Hopesinger, has lifelink and flying, and has repartee. It is a 3-drop. Fix What's Broken. As an additional cost to cast a spell, pay X life. Return each artifact and creature card with mana value X from your graveyard to the battlefield. God damn. Okay. Okay. It's pretty good. Emeritus of Woe. It's a vampire warlock. At the beginning of your end step, if 2 or more creatures died this turn, this creature becomes prepared. And Demonic Tutor is the sorcery?
NANI?
What? What the fuck? That's crazy. That's crazy. The sword. That's Demonic Tutor. This is crazy. Ooh, Resonating Loop. Look how pretty this card is. Lands you control have plus. Add 2 mana of any 1 color. Spend this mana only to cast instant or sorcery spells. The Is It cards are really calling to me. I'm not gonna lie. They're really calling to me. Draw a card. Activate only if you have 7 or more cards in your hand. What the fuck? That's pretty good. Traumatic Critique. Cost X and then a blue and a red. Traumatic Critique deals X damage to any target. Draw 2 cards, then discard cards. Okay. Got it. Pensive Professor has Increment. Whenever you cast a spell, if the amount of mana you spent is greater than the creature's power or toughness, add a +1/+1 counter to this creature. Whenever 1 or more +1/+1 counters are put on this creature, draw a card. Not bad. We got it! We got it, guys! We got the math card! Look at this. This is funny as fuck. Target player draws 2 to the X power cards. That's so funny. Like if I just had, like I just think about it, like if I had my Vivi deck and then I just made someone like draw their entire deck, would be so funny with all the leftover mana. Vivi's out like a power 35, and I'm like, you gotta draw all these cards. This is such a funny card, and I love this, and I cannot wait to use this. This is great. Love this. Slumbering Trudge. It's a plant beast. This creature enters with a number of stun counters on it equal to 3 minus X. If it entered with a stun counter on it, tap it. Huh. Interesting. We have Storm Cape Coast. It is a tap land. Suspend aggression. Exile target non-land permanent and the top card of your library. For each of those cards, its owner may play it until the end of the next turn. Expressive Iteration. Ooh. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put one of them into your hand. Put one of them on the bottom of your library and exile one of them. You may play the exile card this turn. We have Arc of Hunger. Whenever one or more cards leave your graveyard, this artifact deals 1 damage to each opponent and you gain 1 life. Tap it to mill a card. You may play that card this turn. Comforting Counsel. When you gain life, put a growth counter on this enchantment. As long as there are 5 or more growth counters on this enchantment, creatures you control get +3/+3. Not bad for a 2-drop. Smallpox. Wait, this art is so cool. Each player loses 1 life, discards a card, sacrifices a creature of their choice, and then sacrifices the land of their choice. Holy fuck. This is dirty. This is something that you would see me play in my deck. No, I'm kidding. Slightly. This is a little nasty. Sundown Pass. Okay. You have Lorehold again. This is not the nice art, but it's still pretty cool. Fix What's Broken again. Moment of Reckoning. Wow, this sounds like a board wipe. Let's see if it is. Choose up to 4. You may choose the same mode more than once. Destroy a non-land permanent. Destroy a target non-land permanent card from your graveyard. Oh, return a target non-land permanent card from your graveyard to the battlefield. This sounds pretty fun. I like this. Museo. Vane's New Dean. Oh my god, he's so cute. Look at him. He's a legendary creature, bird skeleton warlock. I wish that's how people describe me too. Flying. When Museo enters, create a 1/1 black and green pest creature token with whenever this token attacks, you gain 1 life. And it has infusion. At the beginning of this end step, if you gained life this turn, return up to 1 target creature card with mana value X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, where X is the amount of life gained this turn. Okay. Tragedy Feaster. As trample, ward, discard a card. Infusion. At the beginning of your end step, sacrifice a permanent unless you gain life this turn. It's a 4-drop, it's a 7/6. Gosh damn. That's pretty good. Okay. Yeah, so overall from opening this first booster box, I really love the set so far. It has so many ways that you can play different colored cards than you probably expected with some of the abilities, and so love that. Need to figure out a little bit more what the prepare mechanic is, because I'm unfamiliar with it. It might have been around since last set when STRIXHAVEN came out in 2021, but I wasn't playing Magic at that time. So yeah, super excited. Definitely my hits, in my opinion, from this very brief knowledge that I have of the set so far would definitely be Smallpox. This is disgusting. Can't wait to play it. Mathemagics, of course. We love math. This is crazy. This card is fucking nuts. I'm really excited to put this in every deck that I own. It's gonna be great. But this card is the magnum opus of this entire pull. This is crazy to me. We'll see if it's actually crazy in application. And then this one's cute, just a crop rotation. I also really like this. This is gonna go straight into my main deck, the Render Speechless. So yeah, we opened Secrets of STRIXHAVEN. This was the play booster box, and I'm gonna be doing more content over on my TikTok and Instagram for Secrets of STRIXHAVEN. I'm also gonna be over at MagicCon and gonna be doing a panel there as well. So super excited. If you're there, please say hi. Feel free to talk to me about all things Magic, and I will see you in the next one.